I'm under control.
Hello and welcome to Stress Less with me, Jess. Today, my special guest is Erica Flynn Lovecraft, my newlywed. Hey,
Hello, Jess. It's so good to be here with you.
I'm so excited. We met. I always like to tell people how we met. We met, oh my God, maybe a year ago. Was it that long ago? No.
Yeah, it's
Was
been a
it? Oh my
while.
gosh. Through networking. And I don't know, I just feel like we just had so much fun like talking, and you were going through different life stages, and we're just kind of just had a really good conversation. And I just made note that, hey, I would love for you to come on here. And I've sent you a couple people, and anybody that I've ever sent to you, to either whether it was for work or just a networking thing, they've always emailed me back going, she is so much fun.
Aw, that's amazing. And I really appreciate your networking. That's so cool.
Yeah, of course,
Really.
of course. Anything. So let's get into it about who you are and all the good stuff that you do. So you are an independent writer and founder of Flynn Writes Copywriting Services. You started your business during the pandemic, hey, and decided never to look back. You now live in Milwaukee and with your wife and cats.
I do. Yeah. We have four cats and we're living the life. Uh, yes, I am a writer. I work with business and life coaches to expand their online presence. So I write a lot of websites, blog articles, social media content, and that kind of thing. Love working with coaches. They're just such a like open and caring group. Um, and I just love helping them conquer the world one person at a time.
I love it. And it definitely shows through your work. Like I said, when I made note to other people to kind of reach out to, they all said it. Like, she's so much fun. I love what she does. So it definitely shows in your work. But how did you even get started? So you said you started during the pandemic. What made you go, okay, I'm going to go do something crazy, do my own business, do something that I'm assuming you're just madly in love with, and going to go try to do this whole thing? Tell me all about it.
Yeah. Well, my last real job, so to speak, was as a political consultant, and I did a ton of writing in that job. I wrote emails and press releases, and just social media content, all kinds of stuff. But I did learn that that job wasn't quite for me, so I moved on. But I still had people calling me asking me to write for them, and I thought, okay, sure. And I had no idea what I was doing, right? I didn't know that freelance writer was a thing, like that I could actually make a living out of it. But I just said sure, and I made up prices, top of my head, and I had no idea how to run a business. But I just started writing for people, and it happened very organically. As time went on, people kept asking me to write for them, and I just thought, oh, this is good. I enjoy this, and did some research and learned that people actually, make a really good living writing for their clients. And I got more serious about my business, and here we are today. So yeah, that's the short version.
We all have to have a short version, right? It's like, okay.
Right.
So my favorite part of what you said was didn't know how to run a business. And I feel if anyone that's on here listening as a business owner, I think that's all of us. We just go, oh, I love doing this. And then we go into doing that. And then we go, oh, shoot, there's a whole world that I have known nothing about, whether it's social media, whether it's all the business logistics, budgeting the business, not knowing what you're going to make at every month, once in a while, And so I think that just like speaks to all of us. But I also love how organically it started. And just, I left the job that didn't make me happy. Great. We can all relate to that. And then, but the coolest part is that people were reaching out to you going, hey, can you still help me with this? And as like you said, I'm just going to throw a price on it because I have to do something, and then all of a sudden you're going, wait, people actually get up every day and do this and live like this. I
Yeah,
want to do that. I want to do that.
exactly. Like, well, I could do this full time, and that would be amazing.
That would be
Okay, why
amazing.
didn't I do that? Yes. But what you're saying about running a business, I mean, we all get into business to do the thing that we want to do, and then we remember, or we realize that there's all this other stuff, that we had no idea about. There's marketing, there's yeah, right, like the finances aspect and all this jazz. And I'm still, I mean, I'm going on 3 years in, quite on the learning curve still. Like, I learning how to track everything and I'm, there are parts that I'm really struggling with still, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. My clients love my work, and I feel like that's what matters.
It definitely is what matters. But I hear you in the sense that, I was just on a phone call yesterday and we were talking, she's 6 months into her business and I'm almost 3 years into mine. And we were talking about, she's like, she's talking about the beginning struggles. And I was telling her, I said, 6 months in, they're different struggles than when you have 3 years in. They both are hard struggles and they both, you have to figure things out. But I was telling her, I think for me, it was really scary in the beginning because I just didn't know. And that was really scary, all that pressure and stuff like that. Now, almost 3 years in, I have employees and I'm going, it's a different kind of scare. And it's just, there's just different kind of scares and different kind of growth spurts. And, but it's, I don't know if you agree with this, but, I get to do what I love, but it's also, I still, even through the scares, I'm excited. Does that make sense?
Definitely. Yeah, there's that what my friend calls the scary roller coaster feeling, where you're scared but you're also excited and you want to get on that ride. Right?
I love that because that's how I explain like the stress and the adrenaline rush. So that's a perfect picture.
Yeah.
So we're on here and we could talk about the business hat for ages, right? But you do something with the ghostwriting and the content creating. That's a big stressor in a lot of people's businesses. We have so much we want to say, we have so much we want to put out there, but how are we communicating it so others can see it and get it and understand and go, hey, I'm going to buy from you, How does that even go about? How do you learn about other coaching or other businesses to say, I'm going to get you?
I love getting to know my clients. That's integral to the process because it needs to sound like them, first of all. So I need to spend enough time with them that I kind of get their voice and their cadence in my head so that it sounds like that individual coach and not something that like GPT wrote. It's if it's generic, then no one's going to resonate, right? So I spend some time with them one on one, and then try to really understand their audience. Like, what are their pain points? What do they need? How do I speak to them so that they respond? Just really understanding their business, their voice, what they want to say, and really kind of get in their head a little bit. And I couldn't tell you how I do it. I just listen and and the words flow out. Uh, that's basically how it works. Like, it's super easy. I try to make it as easy as possible for my clients. They just talk to me, I take a ton of notes, and then I produce content. That's it. Yeah, and there you go.
No, that's good. No, I love it. I think because the key thing that I heard there was listening. So you sound like them, right? Because we've
Mhm.
all gone to a website and read someone's like bio or information and going, oh, cool. And then you meet them and the energy doesn't match. And not that they're a bad person or anything like that, but you get on the phone with them, you're like, oh my God, you have so much energy. I did not get that from your post, or I did not get that from, and so whoever was writing for them maybe didn't see that or didn't represent that in a different way. So I love when people are able to read and they feel their energy. I love when I go to someone's website or blog and going, oh my God, whether it's the high energy or just who they are really represents how they speak. So it's really cool that you're able to do that. And like you said, the main key was listening. And as an entrepreneur and a business owner, that's what you want. You want someone that's going to listen to you because you're so busy solving other people's problems. And, you want them to listen to you like, hey, this is how you run how I want things done. But a lot of times you're there for your clients and stuff. So for you to sit there and say, hey, I'm going to listen to you and get to know you and represent you, I think is so awesome.
Yeah, I love the work, and I love it when my clients do feel listened to and heard, and just like I kind of like just releasing that load off their shoulders, like you said, because it can be such a burden to constantly, be trying to turn out content, and it's my job to take that away, and to give you freedom back. And I can, that's what I love to do. I love to sit in front of the computer and type, and for a lot of people, that's not their jam. Yeah. So why don't, win-win.
A win-win. Yeah, no, you're
Yeah.
absolutely right. So you mentioned a little bit earlier that you focus, I'll talk a lot with coaches. Is there a specific kind of coach or the specific kind of industry that you really work with?
Business and life coaches mainly. I have worked with a couple of health coaches, and I am ghostwriting a book with an executive coach right now. He's kind of an executive slash business coach. It's a really cool project. Um, and so yeah, that's kind of how it has worked out so far. Um, just would love to work with anybody who helps other people be their best selves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love that. I love that. So coaches, and then my next question was, so tell me a little bit more about what you do for them. So it's blogging, it's content creating. Can you kind of go in a little bit more detail about that?
Right. Yeah. So if they're just getting started, they might need a website. So they'll need some content from their homepage. I'll do some SEO research, make sure, Google can find them and what their keywords are. And then an about page, just try to get them up and running. So just a few pages for starters, generally speaking. Homepage, about, services, contact. Oh, fun fact, your about page is not about you. It's about the customer, right? Yeah, a lot of people will say, "Oh, I graduated from this place and I got this certification. I got that certification." Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Yeah, they want to know what you can do for them. So your about page is all about what you can do to make their lives better, to make their lives easier. Uh, yeah, fascinating, right? So, um, so that's one thing that I do for my clients. Uh, Blog posts, just churning out that content, and then with a nice long blog post, you can pull out little bits of content for social media, for emails, newsletters, that kind of thing. So that's another thing that I do. Um, I I also, I love working with coaches, but I also end up working with all kinds of companies. To be honest, I have a couple of clients who just will approach me now and then say, "Hey, can you write a blog post for me?" And I'll say, "Sure." And it's about designer purses or men's skincare or something, just something random. And I just sure, because I know how to research and I know how to write well. So I can, and then I get to learn about something new, and it's very fun.
Oh, that's so cool too. I love that you mentioned that too, because we all have our niches, right? We all have the specific focus, but there's not that you can't do other focuses. So if they really mesh with you and they reached out to you and said, "I love your work," it's not that you can't do it. You have no problem researching it and, like you said, learning something new, because that's the whole part about growing a business and doing what you do is you're always learning something new, which is why we love what we do, right? So
Yeah,
that's so
it's
cool.
life interesting.
Yeah. I think, and you probably learned too, and I've learned, especially through networking for me, but probably through your business, is that there's literally something for something out there. There is somebody that solve problems. Like, I want to do this. There's so many interesting, different life coaches, different products out there. And like you said, there's always, I don't know. I'm always fascinated with, what do you do? Why? Tell me more,
Yeah, you can get really niche,
Right.
and find your audience and make a living, and it's amazing what people can do. Just with the teeniest, tiniest little pinprick of a niche, and they do it. Yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah,
It's
it's
so
amazing.
cool. So the problem you solve is the ghostwriting, right? So you're gonna help them write, whether it's the content creating for the website, blogs, things like that, because you already taught me something new. So can only imagine what else you can teach people. If they're listening, they're saying, "I need Erica in my life right now." What is the best way for them to contact you?
Erica at FlynnWrites.com.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go see her work. You don't, if you're going to read the About Me page, it's not going to be about her wife and cats. Okay.
Yeah. As lovely as those are, I don't talk about that on my about page.
I feel like there's so many people out there going, I got to look at my About Me page. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
oh my
Does
God.
your about page entice people to get in contact with you? I guess is a good question to ask yourself. Um,
Oh,
does it speak to their pain points? Yeah.
love that. So my next question for you is, we're listening, and I know we're right to the point, we're short and sweet here. But if there's one thing somebody could take from this episode, what is the one thing you're like, put this in your pocket, girl, and save it for later? What is that one thing?
Your business is more than what you got into business to do. I mean, that might sound harsh, but like I do not spend all my time writing as much as I would love to, right? We spend a lot of time marketing, marketing. And if you're not into it, find some help. Yeah. Just find somebody to help you with your marketing strategy because you're gonna need it. Uh, and doing all the things that aren't the thing you love is part of your business. And you can outsource it, you can suck it up and do it, but but those tasks exist and you gotta get them done. You gotta.
It's funny that you said that because it's so true. It's so true. I love what I do. So yesterday I was spoken for majority of the day, but in between speaking, I was marketing. I was finishing sales calls. I was following up, I was posting on social media. There's so much of it that is marketing. But I really love what you said, not even just because for your services, but just services in general. There's a lot of people that do the things that we don't like about our business. So whether it's the ghostwriting, it's social media content, it's writing my About Me page, tracking, right? There's people out there that wake up in the morning going, I love to do this, right? So I think for me that what I'm hearing too is how important it is to outsource, because I don't know if you agree with this, but when you don't like something part of your business, which we all have a part of our business where we don't want to do, right? Whether it's, like I said, all those things, you can tell. You can tell if you're doing something that you don't like. So if ghostwriting is something that you don't like, if writing in general is not something that you like, maybe you're more of a speaker. There's nothing wrong with that. But getting somebody to help you, taking that off your plate, the way I've learned to look at it, especially after I hired my people and outsourced some things, is that the time that it takes me to write a blog. So for instance, if I was writing a blog, probably take me about 30 minutes, maybe longer. And the agony, and that's with me just sitting. That's not how many times I got up going, maybe I'll make another cup of coffee. Adding that time up, giving it to somebody that can do it in 15 minutes, 30 minutes without getting up. And the thing about all that time you could do for yourself, whether it's something else that you really like or something that you need more time on. I will say that was something that I really learned. But as a beginning entrepreneur, it's so hard to bite going, I don't want to pay for that, but time is money. So just a quick plug of my thought.
Right. Yeah. And just learning to let go and let someone else, and spend that money. That can be a big lesson.
Yeah. Letting go. Business is your baby. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Yeah. Oh, whole other episode. So before I let you go, I would love to do the lightning round with you. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yay. Okay. Do you love the summer or the winter more?
Summer.
Summer?
Oh yeah.
That'd be warm. I have my blanket and my heater right.
So I do like the coziness of winter, the blankets and the tea and but I'm more of a summer gal for sure.
Sorry. Favorite place to travel?
Well, I just went to Cancun and it was pretty marvelous. I would go again.
Did you have a theme for your wedding?
Uh, sort of. It was kind of, I don't know, this sounds weird, but it was kind of pirate themed. It was not exactly, but we had a pirate captain as our officiant, like no joke. And he's a good friend of my wife's, and he officiated, and it was fabulous.
If you have not fell in love with Erica yet, that has to be the moment you're like, yeah, yep, she's my kind of gal. Yep.
Yeah. We're a bit weird.
What is your best way to communicate? Are you a texter or are you on the phone?
I text a lot more than I'm on the phone.
Really?
Yeah.
I love it.
But I mean, if you're just going back and forth, just get on the phone.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I hate going. See, I think that's what I hate the most about texting is the going back and forth. I like the straight communication on my way, just parked,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll have to call you.
Like I need milk, pick that up after work or whatever.
Yeah. Do not forget this time. Now, favorite karaoke song?
Oh, probably something by Madonna.
Yeah.
Or you know what? No, Nirvana. I know those things don't go together. Like Smells Like Teen Spirit or something where I can like scream out some notes that don't sound good, but it's really fun.
Isn't that what karaoke is though?
Yeah. Try to sound like I smoke a pack of cigarettes a day, but fail.
Um, what is your way to relax or de-stress?
Lots of meditation and yoga, and I also color postcards because I'm into pens and ink. So I get to, I can use my pens and color these postcards, and then I have something to send someone. And yeah, I'm a pen and paper kind of gal.
That is the coolest thing. So is it kind of like a colored by number thing?
Oh, no, it's like it's got lines and you just color the lines. Yeah. So this is a work in progress.
I've never heard of those before. That is the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, I've bought just about all of the postcards available on Amazon.
Look into them. Oh my goodness. Erica, thanks so much for coming on today. I'm so excited to get your name out there. Like I do try my best to send people your way, but I really hope this helps you as well.
Thank you, Jess. I really appreciate it. So much fun to be on your show.